Welcome back, everyone. It's Wing 7. So they've just dropped the main part of the prize, which are your blueprints, vouchers, and then diamonds if you were on Legion, and some cash as well. So I just got the congratulations pop-up, actually, as I was in the middle of leveling up a business. So kind of interesting how it just basically prompted right before the hour. But this is what I ended up with. So 76th, which isn't too bad. I didn't really have as much time as I normally do to play this competition. So I'm pretty happy with where I ended up placing. Mind you, I definitely wish I would have been able to get into the top 50, but I guess there was a lot of people, at least from what I've noticed, a lot more market activity than I normally recognize. So there's definitely a lot more people purchasing bigger businesses. I did see that the price of businesses were a lot more cheaper than originally, or at least in the last competition. So what I originally anticipated, but it definitely, seemed to be a lot more active of a market. Not too sure who was selling a lot of these businesses, but again, that definitely helped out a lot of people's strategy because they were able to purchase some of these businesses for a lot cheaper. So that was able to give them quite a good boost. I'd be interested to know, if you were participating in the market quite heavily. Let me know what you bought and sort of what you guys found helped your strategy. If you go back to my last video, you'll see what my last setup was, like the final setup I had. I ended up dropping that arcade. I did have an arcade for a bit. It was just a quality one. And ultimately, I just decided that I was just going to try to be a little bit more lean and streamline it. So I dropped down to 5 businesses, and I did make it to Prestige 5 again this round. So pretty much the same as I did last competition, just a lot further down the leaderboard. I guess I was about, 30, probably 30-ish ranks away. No, I think I finished 38 last time. So yeah, a lot more, about 48 there. So it is what it is. Not too bad, 38. So basically doubled my rank there. So not bad. Happy with the 15 blueprints. I'll have to look back. I think it was 20 the last time. So not too bad. Maybe I'll open a couple blueprints just to see what we pull. Not too bad for vouchers. That's almost 400 crow. Mind you, I have been spending a lot of my vouchers. Hopefully I'm going to stop that. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much merging anymore, just because it's not a very profitable endeavor. And then we've got the diamonds here. So you can see I spent quite a bit of diamonds in competition, seeing as this is 5% of them back. This is so low because I only have one little business on, just attacking some people a little bit below me. And then this is actually quite nice because I did just get this other business up to the next prestige. So this gave me quite a good benefit and boost here. So let's just claim these prizes. Let me just finish leveling this up here. So this was the business I was working on. Just got it to prestige 8. You can see I've got quite a good boost here on it. So maybe we can go over a little bit of my new strategy now that I'm in Division 1. I have foregone the combos. I find it a little bit more beneficial to be able to drop down and attack. So that's why I had that lower rank business on there. So let's just let's get this to a little bit further up, and then you just remove this. You swap these tools out, and we will do a quick drop down attack. Now, so for myself, I think my biggest lesson learned in the competition was I think I was carrying too many businesses at the start. I'm also, I was not as efficient as possible. I think I could have went without the arcade. I did bring it up to Prestige 2, and luckily enough I was able to sell it, so that wasn't too much of a hindrance. But I think moving forward, I am probably going to drop the drop down just to 5. I was using 6 businesses and maybe start using some cool cats. Currently right now I don't use any cool cats at all. I'm 100% just using rares and higher. Of course, always getting outbid on these. This is the only one I'm still trying to merge, and even that is just, I think I'm going to quit. I do have a quality 6 already that you can see. Let's just switch out to division. So quality 6, I was hoping to get it to quality 7 just to give me that little extra edge. This should have been a quality 9 many times over, and the amount of times I failed, which is another reason why I'm done with trying to merge. It's just too high of a failure rate. It's not, I mean, they say it's what it is posted, but I don't feel it is. So anyways, back to the competition. Yeah, what I think I'm going to do next time is probably use some cool cats moving forward. We'll see though. Let's see, let's find that guy. Oh, he's still not doing, still way down here under suffering my attack. He was a team attacker and he attacked my, so don't try not to attack her if you're on our team. But yeah, is there anybody else around here I could attack? I might just have to drop even lower. Let's see. I think I was attacking him at one point. Oh, he's still under attack. Okay, so what I'll have to do then is remove that business and drop even lower. Just because I got pretty significant boost on with the amount of attacks that I have out. So what I'll do is switch over to prestige. Put this here. There we go. So that should drop me into somewhere. These people won't be playing. You'll see like they're pretty inactive with the 43 gold. So it should drop me down. Yeah, there we go, down into the 3000s. So let's attack this guy. Now I find it's better now. I mean, if I can get a good hit with these, I can get a better boost on my diamond rate than what I would get with the combos. So that's one big reason why I've decided to move forward with the drop-down attacks opposed to doing the typical setup that I had previously. That's not a very good attack. So yeah, we'll continue moving forward with just the drop-down attacks for the time being. I'm usually able to get at least a prestige a day. We'll see. I just finished the last prestige with that bonus I got. It's probably going to help me out for the gold or platinum. Sorry, titanium, not in platinum. That's division 2. But what I'm hoping to do is probably get about 2 prestige a day. I know I can see Papa Bigfoot on the leaderboard as well. He's moving quite well as well. So. Sorry about that. Okay, let me put my businesses back on. Go back to division. So this is why I've asked them, and I know other people have too. It'd be nice if we could see like the bonuses, right, without having to drop a business to see which one has the best. Because right now, a lot of the times what I've been doing is trying to put a business on the land and then sort of just mentally tabulate, okay, like, was this one the best spot for it? All right, so like this one gets 17, so I'd probably be best to actually take this guy since he's now my highest. Actually, you know what? I think what I'll do instead, because I have enough cash now, is this one shouldn't have any issues getting up to rank. So there we go. And honestly, I guess also this one should be able to. Shouldn't have any issues now that I got a massive amount of cash. Yeah, so what I'll do is bring all of these up, and then because I've got the bigger bonus here, I will leave this guy, right? He's getting quite a big bonus. So what I'll do is I'll put him on the obstacle. Now, I don't often get good points from using the Savannah Bandit. I just decided to try it today, and it's been working okay. So we'll put that there, and then let's double check these primordials. Let's see what we're looking at here for land, or for the so 13. That's pretty good. Let's go and check Stygian. This is 16, so that's really good actually. Perfect for that one. Then I might as well check the last ones here, see what type of percentages I'm getting. So this one is at 1100. What was this at again? So I'm pretty sure this one was pretty good. Yeah, 12. So let me check Aurora. This one here. Let's see what we get. 12. So I mean, a little bit better than the last one. Let me just check Crimson Reaches just to verify the percentages I'm getting. And 12.8, but that's also with some Veil. I did hit somebody with a Veil of Venom, so it would be a little bit lower. So I think where I have all of my businesses is probably the best setup currently. So I'm not going to bother moving them around, but what I will do is then finish off the leveling up on these. But yeah, so this is essentially the new tactic that I've been using. I find it's helping. I mean, it's a lot better than just sitting still. It does suck that I'm not generating as much diamonds and I have to pay to be able to generate more and hope for a decent hit. But ultimately, you know, I think the drop down technique is still probably your best bet to use, just because at the moment, I mean, there's so many diamonds in normal mode. Unless you're really planning on just like flipping businesses, which again, the market's also quite dead. It just doesn't make sense to really bother with business combos anymore. You know, now also with them expanding it to 3 above and 3 below, that's a guaranteed 6 targets when you drop down to 0 income. So, you know, that's a pretty significant amount of people that you have that you can go and attack. So ultimately, I think that's probably the better technique to do, is continue to use the drop down. Now, if you have a lot of people that you're fighting with anyways in your ranks, and you're sort of stuck in between a bunch of the opposite faction, then it might just make sense to continue using combos and attacking people. But for me, you know, I'm not really attacking anybody in my ranks. It's a lot easier for me just to drop down and hit the people that aren't playing. You know, anybody that's still at 0 gold, or even like under 100, usually aren't people that are really active in the game. So it's not like it's going to affect them at all. So those are the people I do try to target. And then I've also been helping out, you know, if somebody does attack our teammates, and the teammate wants me to drop down and hit them, I can quickly build businesses to be able to match that person's income, usually just a cool cat, and then I could drop down and hit them pretty easily. So it is sort of a helpful tool as well to be able to send a message to anybody that isn't playing as nice as they should be, with the, you know, opposite faction being the primary targets you should be attacking. So yeah, anyways, that's just a quick little update that I wanted to give you guys since we got the drops. Again, the NFTs are still on their way out, so hopefully those will be dropped, I guess, within like the next week. They'll probably be dropped before that. Just before I forget, put the tools back on. See where we're at with diamonds anyways. So I'm up to 70 now. So normally when I have just the when I'm not attacking and I had the combos up, I think I was at 52. So even with this, I'm, you know, it costs me a little bit, but I am able to boost it. So I find it a little bit helpful, especially if I can hit, you know, anything above 13 pays it back pretty much. If I do hit a 20, that's almost double. So it pays off 2 attacks. So it does help. And I mean, this is probably the highest diamond gen that I've had. So it's another reason why I am doing the drop down technique. I think it's also helping my diamonds more than just using the business combos. Now, if I did have a bunch of business combos, it'd be even better, but it does make it very difficult to drop down if you have a lot of businesses to remove. So here, just having, this Museo, a Motors, a Leo and Co, and then also my LL Sport, it makes it very easy just to drop down. It's just 4 businesses to remove and continue on. But yeah, so let me know if you guys are still using business combos or if you've switched up your style to continue using the drop down attacks. We'll see if they do anything to stop and prevent these drop down attacks, but as of right now, it does seem that they're still encouraging it. At least if you ask me, that's how it seems. Also, let me know where you guys ranked. Hopefully you guys did quite well last competition. If you did spend in the market, let me know what you bought, or if you found that it wasn't helpful buying, or maybe you were doing quite well selling. I'd love to hear what you guys have found successful at least. And I guess until the next competition, just keep grinding in normal mode. So hopefully you guys, can continue pushing forward up the leaderboard, maybe get to that next rank, do some more achievements. Lots of stuff still to do in normal mode. And, with this being the Uncharted Blitz, hopefully we're getting some of the exploration stuff and the monster fighting coming out soon. But I guess we'll have to hold tight and wait for future updates. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.